Welcome back for the second half of an interview that we did with Debbie's sister and our brother-in-law, Sonny and Carolyn Fuller. I'm so excited for you to see the change that happened in Sonny's life specifically as we see Sonny making a move from the right here and now to an eternal mentality. My friends, who God saves, God also uses. And today's story is going to be full of how God has used Sonny and Carolyn through the years, not only to bless us on this earth, but also to bless with many things spiritually and eternally. So come, join us. I'm not going to take a lot of time to introduce us again. If you've watched the first one, you know who we're talking with and about. And so please come, grab a cup of coffee, have a seat, and let's enjoy the time laughing and sharing with Sonny and Carolyn Fuller and see how God uses them. Thank you so much for coming. Please subscribe and like the video if you can, or if you haven't at this point. Also hit the notifications button so that you can keep up with new videos that are shared every week. Thank you, my friend, for coming. Enjoy. Tell me about your relationship with our brother Howard.
Oh boy, me and Howie was something, I tell you. He loved just what I love to eat. But gosh, we love to eat. He'd get the great big old steak, and I'd get a little small one because I couldn't eat it very big. He'd be done with that sucker and eats half of mine before he gets out there. We went into the restaurant. They wheeled us right over there by where they were cooking the steak and the bird and everything. The manager come over and pulled a fit. He told them, he said, why'd you put them here? Eat the oxygen on him. We're there, there's the grill and everything.
Yeah, Howard had it for oxygen.
Why'd you put him here? And they moved us. I told Howard, how lucky we are, ain't you? I said, nice and warm over here, now I got to move over here with you.
Him and Howard used to go out on our anniversary. And Josephine and I stayed home with the kids.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
We get that Bronco, we go plow snow. Howard went with me and he'd shovel along the edge of the building or something. We went down there and Red Arrow Highway going towards New Buffalo, the guy there. I plowed out a place where he could get wood piled in his woods. He was buying wood from her and back. He's the one that got me from the colony. Josephine's sitting here with Mother and the kids. We plowed that out, plowed the building out, and somebody else put throwing the snow up against it. He wasn't all that plowed out. We plowed the building, plowed the lot, I was along that. I'd get out there with a shovel and he'd drag it away so I could push it away, get it away from the building where it didn't melt and run in there. I went in and I told the man, I said, oh, it's 75 hours. He said, what are you? I said, 75 hours. I'm done up there. That's too much. He said, I ain't going to pay it. I said, what are you going to pay? He said, I'll give you $10. I said, you're going to give me 75 hours. No, I'm not, he said. I told Howard, grab a cart. Howard grabbed the cart and he wheeled it over there and we started throwing stuff in it. I told him, I said, you got the head? I said, figure out until we get 75 hours in that cart. I said, because we're going to take this. I said, get close to Christmas anyway. I said, we need some presents. I said, let's just fill it up. I filled that cart up, we wheeled it up there, and he said, where you doing that? I said, we got 75 hours worth here. I said, just put it down. He said, just a minute. Shouted out to us. And we left there, and I got hung up the other side of Glendora down there in the subdivision. Oh my God, we was getting $10, $15 a driveway, and I'd do the whole subdivision. I went to the gas station, got gas, and bought a can, and had an extra 5 gallon in there. I get tired, I'd flap over to the side, lay back, and Howard and fried. We worked all that day, and that night, and the next morning there, we finally finished, and we come home, Mother thought we lived tomorrow. So we pulled that money out of our pocket like calculated.
And we all had Christmas.
Yeah.
I said, I
He didn't
know,
come
I'm
home with
doing
money
that.
from the bar, did he?
No, I don't know what he spent at the bar.
I had in my pants pocket, I had my
Yeah.
shirt pockets,
Yeah.
pulled it out.
Yeah.
Oh, he had something, pulled it out, started throwing it down there on the table. They said, what are you going to do with that? Middle said, Christmas. I didn't even get gas money.
He probably had gas in the night, I'll tell you.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
Did you ever get to talk to Howard about Jesus?
Oh, yeah. When he started in with the oxygen and stuff there, he was taking, getting in the car there. Me and Mother was going up and down with all this, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He'd get in there and bottle. You say, I forgot my waivers. Need a wiener back there. He said, I pull it out of your, give him mine. I said, here, I said, take this and you use my waivers. Till we got up there where he could get his oxygen and stuff. Got a cabin up there. He took the bed, he made Joseph go out and sleep on the couch. We Mother had our room with all that's 2 rooms in this cottage. He told Josephine, he says, well, sleep on the couch. She did. I said, how many would you do that for? He said, I'm tired of sleeping on the couch. He said, it's her turn.
Oh, gosh.
But he did. He
Oh,
did.
he was something else.
But he did. We get where we talk more and more about Jesus to
Yeah.
Howard, and Howard knew, because when Daddy had his whatever Daddy had, and had the vision, Daddy had the vision about the church,
Right.
and Howard said, "Well, I know where that building is." So clear back then, and Howard took Daddy to the church when Daddy came back to the Lord.
Right. And Daddy actually heard the Lord tell him,
Yes,
Lester, serve me or die.
that's exactly it.
Because Daddy had been suffering depression and
Yes.
he had been struggling because he had lived for the Lord.
Yeah.
You know, his first marriage, he had lived for the Lord. And Daddy knew he couldn't run anymore, you know.
Yes.
And the Lord said, Lester, serve me or die. And Daddy had that vision of that church, and he had never seen it before. And Daddy had described perfectly the
Yes.
side door of that little church at 13th and Main.
And Brother Anderson,
Yes.
he didn't know that's who it was, but when
Yes.
the door
But he
opened
saw
up,
Yeah.
he
On
seen
his
him.
face.
So Howard said, "Well, I know where that church is."
Yeah.
So Howard took Daddy there, and Dwayne was there. And
So was my dad.
yes, but I mean they
Right.
prayed with Daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's how Daddy bonded with them.
Right.
Sure.
Right.
But yeah, so Howard even clear back to then, no, and then when Sonny finally gave his heart back to the Lord, and then Howard just started hanging around more of us and everything.
Yes.
Then when he got real bad sick, and the doctor wouldn't let him go back to his house, and so he asked if he could come stay with us, and we said absolutely, of course. So we had him in the bedroom here, and he was dying. He couldn't eat. He could not. I was giving him warm Jello water just to get something in him. And you guys came over then, and Tim walked in there, and he said, "I've been waiting for you."
Was that here or was that over?
That was
It
here.
Yeah.
But Howard had to know about Jesus, though, because when he married Josephine there, the Catholic in the church, I was his best man because he was mine when I got married. And I was his best man because we was that close, you know. And I went in there with the pastor. We went in for a little show deal there. There's show what you were supposed to do, and then the wedding. And I told the pastor, I said, I don't know about this. I said, I ain't never been in a Catholic church. I said, I don't know a thing about it. Nothing about none of this. He says, you watch me, he says. And I tell you when you got to bow down and when you come up, he says, I use my hand. He said, you watch it. He said, I'll show you what you have to do for when he's marrying her. And they're standing up there, you know, Williams Lake. I said, I'm a nervous wreck. Master said, I'll fix that for you. He said, come on. He took me in his little office and he gave me a glass of wine right there. He said, this will help you. And it did.
Yeah. I'm
My
sure
gosh,
it
it
did.
did.
I'm sure it did.
I stood right out there just a nice, you know, Howard.
But Dad, as the time came and Howard's day, it got closer and closer.
Oh,
I remember coming here that day with Howard, and he was staying here.
you know, just a minute. You know when
Yep.
we left the church after they got married? There was Josephine. We had our Mustang. And Howard had one just like it Josephine did. Or hers was a light one. We followed them when he went to church. We followed them to their apartment because we had all their gifts and goodies in the cars. And we went to their place where they was going to rent their
House, it was a house.
and the house burnt down. to
Yeah,
the ground.
with gifts and stuff. All the
And
stuff.
they didn't have no
Oh
place
my
to stay.
goodness, really?
While
I
they
was
were
in
getting married.
somebody's car. I was
Probably
with
with us.
somebody. And then we went and their house
Was
was
on fire.
burning.
Really?
While they were, while
Never
they
heard
were
that.
Yeah, right. I told you where that little place was.
Yeah.
You know, and I said that's
Right
where
there off
Howard.
of Fulton.
Well, you know where Schmidt's Packing Company sat here.
Oh, yeah,
That little tiny.
yeah.
There was a little tiny lane. There was a teeny tiny little house. That's the
Yeah.
one I said.
Really?
But then I was sitting in the back of your car while I was with you guys. I don't know, but I was.
Because you always was.
I know that.
Yeah.
But I was.
Yeah, while the wedding was going on.
was-
Their house burned.
Yeah.
Full of
Wow.
presents that were not even open, gifts, and while they were getting married.
Wow. Wow. Well, I remember coming here that day and, like I say, walked in and Howard said, I've been waiting for you. And I said, do you want to accept Jesus as your personal Savior? And you know, there was a bubble. No distractions. No, you know, like you were talking about, no evil. The evil was just held out, you know. And I didn't make it easy on Howard. I mean, it wasn't just, okay, say these words. It was, you know, Howard, do you, because I did the same thing with Jim Penny's husband, you know, and, you know, do you know what you're doing? This is not just fire insurance. And I remember the difference of being so glad that he was here, because the last night I was with him, there was all the kids and all the grandkids, and that's a good thing. I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but you couldn't focus, you know, and yeah.
Yeah, because he was dying.
Right.
Yeah, he was
He was
dying.
laying in that
Yep.
bed and he was dying.
And he was all jittery. He was rocking back and forth, and he was remember how he was. And we prayed, he prayed, and he just laid back, and he was all those jitters was gone. And at their place over there, when I asked him, I said, Howard, are we good with Jesus? And he said, yes, we're good with Jesus. You know.
He told me and Mother and Josephine, he said, Sonny, he says, when I die, he said, I want Tim for pastor. And we all said, you will get what you want.
Yeah.
Because he wanted you
Yeah.
pastor.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he was laying there in the bed, and Josephine said, do you mind if I have the priest come over and give him last rites? And I said, Josephine, I don't mind. I said, you go right ahead. And I said, if he wants to be a part of the funeral, I said, he can be a part of the funeral, but I knew I was going to stay in control. And the plan of salvation was going to be given. And because you guys had experienced it, and yeah, very, very privileged.
I couldn't believe how Josephine and the kids. They went to the Catholic Church, and the kids now, and then all at once, nothing. It just dead.
Yeah.
They shut it right off. No church, no more, nowhere.
Yeah.
I couldn't understand why he gave all that up. Why he didn't get another church somewhere.
Yeah.
He didn't like what it was there. I don't know.
Right.
I cannot understand.
So tell me about the last 10 years. How good has it been?
What?
How have you enjoyed living in right relationship?
Jesus.
Tell me about your relationship with the Lord, with your relationship with your family, church.
Yeah, when God really hit me rough, and that was over here at Pastor Dave. Before I get a little bit in my head, this and that, well, this ain't right, which we all get that.
Yeah.
You do something that ain't right in God's word, because he wants us to know. You either get it in the stomach or you get it in the head.
Right.
The feeling that something's wrong.
That conviction.
And it ain't pregnancy either.
Exactly.
You get a spirit, you get something in there.
Yeah, you do.
And I was sitting there in the church, and it hit me. So I got up, and I told him about my angel. Told the whole church about my angel there. And I told them if they didn't believe me, it didn't make me no difference anyway, because I didn't care. I said, I was supposed to tell you this, so I told him. I said, God had told me that. He didn't tell me, I said he put it in my head. So how do get in there? I said, I don't get up in front of people.
Right.
And then the second time I got up, I really jumped on them. I tell you, I got on them bad. I said, God wants to know why all these seats over here are so empty. And why you people only come once in a while to church. He wants to know. I said, do you love God? Any of you here? Do you love God? Do you? And they said, yeah. I said, show me how many of you love God. I said, you don't show me. I said, God wants to know. And they all got up, And I said, I think some of you ain't being truthful with me. Just what I told them. I said, because something here ain't right. I said, if it was right, their seats would be full. I said, there's something wrong here. I said, the Lord wants to know what's the matter. Why? This house ain't got it. And why the people they come and then they go and then they come and they go. He wants to know what's the matter. Which he already knows what's the matter, But he put it into my head, now I was going to tell him.
Right.
Gosh. I was all real mad. And I said, I got no more to say. And I walked up. Whatever, sit down. They stay there with me. I ain't had it hit me since.
They're probably happy.
It'll come to you, boy. Something will let you know.
Tell me, you said to your brothers, you told your brothers that there has to be a God, because if not, we'd be dead. What have you enjoyed because there is a God, because he saved you? What are you thankful for that he saved you for? Not talking about necessarily spiritually, but just what are you thankful for
Today.
today?
Yeah, what are you thankful for?
He gave me a Christian woman. He gave me some wonderful kids. One great, great, great baby to me.
There we go.
Toot, toot.
Did you
Boy, she's something, I tell you. Stop that, she said.
Get after you back. Huh?
Bad Papa.
Which one's that?
Jubilee. Yeah, we haven't met her.
Oh, no, we haven't met her.
This COVID thing.
Biggest baby. She come up to me. Bad Papa. Me and that, I'm getting in the aggravated. Well, she don't tell her she's bad. She come to me. Bad Papa.
She's just taking care of business. That's what she's doing. Yeah.
I said, you're going to give me a kiss? No. I said, come on, June, give me a kiss.
She says, Jala.
She said, no.
Oh my
I said, okay. There's my pocket. I put it out and I had some money from Sam's in the envelope. I said, look at this. I said, see that, June? I said, man was pocket. I said, no kiss. I said, no money for your bank. Boy, she puckered right up.
She'll get her dollars and she'll say, thank mommy. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah.
She's learned how to work you.
That's right. You love it too, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah, Megan.
our relationship is just off the wall anymore. It just is. This man loves me to death. We take care of each other. We always did, but anymore. And since he's gotten so sick now, I mean, we devote ourselves on each other. He's a good man. He's not only a good man, he's a good, godly man.
Yeah. I said, God, I said, what is the matter? I said, the last 10 years, I said, I've been in misery. Off and on. Miserable. Terrible. I said, what's the matter? Why are you keeping me here? I said, why don't you send me home? I said, I feel so bad. The times, I said, I'm out alone. I want to go with you. I said, I feel so bad. Why are you keeping me here? And I got to thinking, I ain't done with what he wants me to do.
Amen.
He's got something here more he wants me to do for him, and he ain't going to take me.
Amen.
So I got to put up with whatever, in this mother here and another.
I thought he was going to say it broke. Yeah.
Oh, he's talking about the breathing in apparatus. Nope.
I was waiting.
Nope. Not till he's done. People need to hear.
Yeah.
So we're going to close out our time. I want you to, as much as you can, look into that camera right there. You'll see a red light there. Talk to your grandkids, your kids, your grandkids, your great-grandkids. Give them Grandpa's advice. What is important that you want to pass along?
Well, your grandkids, they got to listen to their parents. But most of your grandkids think they know more than their parents do. And that's no bull, they do. And they ought to listen, watch their family, they ought to listen to their family when they're talking to them. And get off them sticking games and do something. They can spend more time up there with God than one of them finger deals. Which I don't know about them anyway, because I've never touched any of them. Computers, nothing.
Right.
That don't interest me. I don't care about it.
Right.
If I was interested, I'd be into that stuff, but I ain't. And I figured God don't want me to, or that I could be doing it. You got to get interested in something before you do it.
Right.
And the only thing that keeps me interested is my family and what little I knew I could do with mother. Chase her around.
So, word of advice, if you could say one special thing now to your children and your grandchildren, Sonny, what would that be? What would you say to your babies now for the future, to little Jubilees? grandchildren, what would you say?
You gotta wait till she gets older, because a lot of times they don't understand what you say to them.
Yeah.
We're gonna videotape it.
Wait till they're older, he said. Yeah.
But the main thing with them is love.
Yes.
You gotta have what they love. And she does. She loves her cats, she loves her dogs.
What do you want to tell them about
She loves
Jesus?
Nana.
Honey, what do you want to tell them about Jesus?
Yeah.
And look in there and tell them what you want Jubilee's children to know about Jesus. What do you want to tell them if they were here? To do what?
It's hard to tell them that.
No, like you told Baldy, like you told Charlie, like you told Harry. If the kids were here, what would you tell them about Jesus right now?
Tell them go to church, talk to your pastor. I said, your pastor's got a lot to do with your stuff. Can explain it because he's got more experience. That's your first place, and then listen to your parents when they talk about Jesus. They try to do the best they can, but your pastor always can do better. Because that's his practice. He's supposed to be able to do better than any of us. And you know that. You're supposed to know more than the rest of us about God and the way people feel. I don't know if you do or not, but I mean, that's the way I look at it. You do it.
Would you advise them to live for Jesus? Would you tell them?
Yeah. They got to live for Jesus. They're going to one way or the other. They're going to. Sooner or later, they're going to live for Jesus.
Right.
When they're younger, by the time they're young, the kids, they ain't interested. They don't care about Jesus. They got other things. There's too much other stuff to do. You know?
So you would tell them that
Why go to church when I could stay home and have a bunch of fun? Or go here and there or run? Why do it? Why go to church? Sit there for 2 hours or 4 hours. This is something I don't understand and think about. I did for years. Sat in there and I just couldn't get interested. And I know the young people do the same thing.
They have more
You can't go
distractions than we
pretend.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why go if you're going to pretend?
Right.
And that ain't life. That ain't real.
But Jesus can meet them where they are, right? Jesus can meet them whether they're playing their game, whether they're sitting in a car, whether they're out with a fishing pole. Jesus can meet them right there, right here. Like
He's got to be there or they'd be wrecking.
Exactly.
Somebody's got to be there to keep it controlled.
Right.
To help them keep control of them. Even their games and stuff, they're the right ones in it.
Yeah.
He's got to have control over some of this. And I think he has.
Yeah.
And it's our choice as each person
Yeah.
to say, help me, God. Right?
Yeah,
Forgive
but you
me,
got to have a
Jesus.
choice to go to Jesus
Yes.
and to go to church.
Yes. Yeah, you got to choose.
I never cared about going to church. It didn't bother me a bit. I could get out there and I could fish my hands or something and swear and then ask him to forgive me because I used his name in vain. Which I didn't mean to, but it just comes out. Because you're hurting so bad, you know.
Exactly. Exactly.
I had an old Ford there. I was trying to stick it alternator, but I mean the generator was on them. With the big screwdriver, I tightened the belt up. Screwdriver flipped, the sticker comes out and spit my fingers, I was dancing around. I grabbed that screwdriver, boy, and I said, yeah! And I sailed that sucker, and I couldn't be no straighter than your line. It went right straight through the grill, and I couldn't, I can't. Just like somebody peeing, they just knocked the hole right through my radiator. Stood there looking at that. There come a man down the road, and he stopped in. He said, where's the junkyard at? I said, Fable's about here. You can't. I told him how to get there. I said, why? He said, I got a bunch of stuff here I got to sell. He looked and said, I think you got problems. I said, I didn't have. I said, sorry, pitched my hand. I didn't have no problems. He said, come here. And he walked over there by his truck, and he said, right here. He said, I'll trade you. He had a radiator.
Nice.
Yeah.
So when I told God to forgive me, you didn't do it, Lord. I said, forgive me, God. You didn't do it. I did it. If I wouldn't have sat down and read it, it wouldn't have come in.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
You're right. You got blessed right that fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. But I had all that extra fun putting it in.
Well,
I
there's still
really enjoy it
consequences.
because I think my fingers.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
What about Grandma? What do you want to say to the grandkids? They've heard your husband's story. They've heard your story. They're not separable. What do you want to say to them?
No matter what you encounter in life, no matter who you encounter in life, just remember to always keep Jesus first. Go to Him before you do the human. Always go to Jesus first. And pray for Him first, because He will bring the right man. Even though it may not look like the right man in the beginning, that He will bring the right man or the right woman to you. You just got to wait on His time. It might not be when you think it's going to be, but just remember, He will bring you the right person. Just always love Him, no matter what. No matter what, always love Him. And because He loves you, He gave more to you than what you can ever give back to Him.
Well, that's going to wrap it up for Sonny and Carolyn's interview. I'm so glad that you came along and enjoyed it with us. We had a great time making it. We had a wonderful time sharing with them, and they are great friends. We've appreciated them throughout our lifetime and how they have blessed us so many times. Please, if you liked it, please like the video and subscribe. If you have any comments for them, they'll definitely see them in the comment section. So leave us a comment. Let us know what you think about it. Do you like these videos? We so love making them and hearing how God works. Come back. The next time we're going to hear how God performs a miracle in a semi that I was driving down the road, and you'll be shocked how God works and how many times the music that we listen to actually comes to life in our own life. So come back and enjoy that story. I hope you enjoyed this. Watch it over and over if you want to. Leave us a comment. We would definitely appreciate it. God bless you as you go through your life, and I hope that you are encouraged by what you heard today. Thank you so much for stopping by. We love you. God bless.